Hello, kids. This little training video is designed to introduce you to the next KNEX project folder that you're going to do, the next training folder. All right? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of walk you through it and then show you some in greater detail what's inside this folder. Okay? So when you go to your course, and you see the folder, it will be titled the number 11 KNEX Structures and Design Parts Accuracy Training folder, okay? And then of course it gives you some information that you need to read. And so what you would do then is once you read this information, you would open it up and you would find all of the assignments there ready to go. Now, it is really, really important that you watch this video entirely, and when you're done, you move on to the certificate of completion. Now, hopefully this will be set up with student completion rules in place so that you have to do each thing in order. But if it doesn't, you do need to do each one of these in order as you go. Okay? So anyways, I'm going to actually step off the screen and we're going to create another more detailed view of this, all right? So sit tight while I adjust camera and stuff like that. Okay, kids, here we go. Now I'm going to show you what it's like when you log into your coursework, okay? So we're going to go to our course and find the actual folder for the KNEX Structures and Design Parts Accuracy Training, okay? Now this training is going to be kind of like a training you would do as an adult. So what you want to do is you want to look for this folder that says the number 11 KNEX Structures Design Parts Accuracy Training folder. Now, there are some instructions, and it says, as you complete this folder, you need to do each item in order. That's really important. Even if the student completion rules don't work, you should still do everything in order. Now, here are some guidelines for you to follow as you do this video. Number one, this is not playtime or recess time. You need to be working and focused. Okay, and I'm going to be very serious about that. If I see you're not working and focusing, I'm probably going to have you gather up your materials, put them away, and do some ST math or something else. Number two, you need to be accurate. There is a very good chance the teacher will not allow you to get the parts you forget, or he or she might require you to earn that part or even sit out until the next session. Okay, so what could happen here is if you do the old, oh, I forgot a part, and you want to get another part, you might not be allowed to get it. You might be told to earn it through doing math problems, or you may be told to actually sit out until the next session starts again the next day. All right, so number three, you need to be sure you label your bag of parts and the item you are working on. So that way when you put it on the shelf, you know where and what you're getting when you start up the next day. So make sure you label your bag and your part before you put it on the shelf. If you cannot continue for any reason, go to ST Math and work on something quietly, okay? So those are the guidelines for this folder, and you will be expected to follow them accurately, okay? So now let's take a look at what you're actually going to find inside this folder, okay? When you open the folder, you'll see a list of the activities that you're supposed to complete, all right? Now, the first activity is this video. So when you finish watching this video, you're watching it right now, you're going to sign the certificate of training. That's this right here. So when you open that certificate of training, okay, what you'll see is there's a PDF. So this PDF, you need to open it, and then you need to send it to Notability and submit that you agree. Okay, so you need to fill out this form, and then what you need to do is submit it on Schoology so that you can be moved on, okay? So you want to fill out this form in Notability, sign it, and submit it if you agree with the standards for behavior in this activity. All right? So anyways, that's what you need to do. So once you've watched the video, sign the certificate of completion, you then begin doing your first activity. You'll notice that each activity has a training, and so you do a training and then you submit a picture. You do a training and you submit a picture. And it goes all the way down the row until you complete about 4 or 5 projects, okay? Everything is labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, and you want to make sure that you do things in order, okay? So when you look down through there, you'll see that everything kind of follows the same pattern of labeling, instructions, and presentation, okay? Now, let's go back up and take a look at the first training, okay? The first training is a beam training, okay? And you'll need to know how to build beams in order to build rides. Okay, so let's open it up and see what's inside each training activity. Okay, inside each training activity, you will get the instructions, and then you will get a picture of what you're going to build. And the instructions say, open the picture and determine what parts you need. So here's the picture. You count up all the parts, making sure you're as accurate as possible. You might not see parts, but you need to infer that they're there. So the first thing you do is open a picture, make a list of parts. Then you open the KNEX Basic Structure Projects PDF and complete it in Notability. Okay? So once you have got your list of parts, you then open this PDF. Okay? And this PDF is a pretty technical piece of paperwork, okay? And you have to fill it in with your name, you have to write the project name, and then you have to make 2 name tags, which include your name and the project name. 1 name tag will go in your building bag, 1 name tag will go on the part you are building, and then you make a list of the parts you will need. Notice that you have a list of rods and the number of rods you need. You have a list of connectors and the number of connectors you will need. And then the list of special parts, such as tan locks, gears, wheels, anything like that you might have that is a special part, and how many you will need of that part, okay? So make sure you fill that in completely when you do it, all right? Then, all right, once you've made that list, you show your teacher your list. You'll take your iPad to the teacher and show it to your teacher. I'll give it the okay, or she will give it the okay. Then you submit it on Schoology. Then once it's submitted, we will give it approval. If it's approved, okay, you may begin building your project. Okay, when you finish your project, take a picture of it and submit it on Schoology. Okay? So that is basically how you will handle each new project. You need to fill out this form completely. Okay? So, once you have that form, you will submit it and you will be good to go. Okay? So, that is basically how you do a training session. And you'll notice that this is a little bit different than the last time because it is an accuracy training. So you are going to have to be accurate. Alright? So anyways, back to the folder, and you can see then that once you do the project itself, once you do the project, okay, and you build it, then you can go on and this will open up. So once this is graded, your submission is graded, this will open up and you can submit a picture of it. And then even if you don't wait for approval and you build it, and once you submit that, we can, you won't be able to submit until you've been told to, okay? And then each one follows the same instructions and the same process until you're finished, okay? So anyways, hopefully you have a good understanding of what's expected of you in terms of behavior, and what's expected of you in terms of quality, and you'll have a little bit of fun doing this project.